This is the only time of day I can sit out in the sunshine. Well, this and, sunset. Why? Because umpteen years ago, back when I worked at a construction materials laboratory, I went on a motorcycle expedition that was supposed to end up in Turner Falls with us floating around in nice cool water. But instead, someone's motorcycle conked out when we were almost there. And because you never leave a man behind, we all had to sit around in the heat as if we hadn't already been driving on asphalt for over an hour with the sun baking us. And wait for a tow truck. Euclid, Euclid, Euclid. Don't eat the grass. I need to see you go poop. He's torn 2 toys and I can't find the remnants. I don't know if he really is silly enough to have swallowed it or not. I just have to watch for it to come out in his poop, if he ever poops. Anyway, nonetheless, took almost an hour for a tow truck to get there. Let's see, I was definitely in my 40s. Then I find out that even though his motorcycle is being safely towed back to wherever it needs to get towed to, he's not going to jump on the back of someone else's motorcycle. We're not going to continue to Turner Falls. Oh, hell no. We're actually turning around and going back. And it's now even hotter during the day. And just as we hit the McKinney city limits, I had to tap the person that I was riding with on the shoulder and say, "We need to pull in or I'm going to fall off." Because I had tried to tough it out, be a big dog. But I was so overheated that everyone, oh yes, and of course the first exit was a Harley-Davidson shop. But the looks on everyone's face when I walked through the door, because of how red my face was, I mean, they looked panicked. Everyone was trying to bring me cold cloths, lots of water, and I'm like, I just need to lay down and cool down. So that's what I did for about a half an hour. But then I still had to get back on the back of that motorcycle and ride back home. And I have not been able to handle heat since that day. When before, I used to be able to handle it pretty darn good. At least enough that I could play in it, especially if there was water nearby. I'm pretty sure if we'd just gone on to Turner Falls and I'd gotten in that water to begin with, it would have never happened. It was riding down asphalt in the middle of the day in Texas. So it was probably a good 120 degrees of heat surrounding me. Not to mention, the tailpipe. Oh, the heat coming up from the tailpipe. I couldn't find you. I didn't know where you were. What? Do you feel like playing? You usually don't want to play. Euclid never stops. Okay, you barked at the door when we were out here, so now you're out here. Now you'll bark to come back in. I know how you are, Hio. Okay. Monty! Easy! Monty! Play nice! Monty! You're gonna make his eardrum burst. You don't have to bark like that. He wants to play with Hio. He's tired of you. He's tired of you, Monty. He wants to play with Hio. Ain't that right, Oppo? You want to play with my Hio friend? Poor Monty, the only one that could keep up with him strength-wise and aggressive-wise as far as rough and tumble play was Cash. Monty! No digging! You know better than that. Oppo, you look like you're desperate to... Are you ready to come in? Monty! Shh! You don't have to make it. Monty! No one's after you. Come here. Come here. Not you, Oppo. Monty. Monty, come. Oppo, leave him. Seriously, I'm trying to talk to Monty. Good boy, Monty. You get that toy. You get that toy.